Hello, my lovely Gemini. So, as I'm starting to prepare to do the cards, I get this image of you, and it's you sitting on the side of a river, and it's a beautiful grassy bank, and there's a tree overhead, and you're looking at the water, you're looking down at the movement of the water passing by. And it's kind of like, well, okay, so is that the river of life? But you're looking at it and you're you're appreciating everything, but you're not appreciating everything. You're just appreciating everything. But there's that sense as you're looking at the water that there's a part of you that's actually quite happy to be on the bank, just a little bit aside of the main flow. It's almost as though you're sort of melancholy about not being able to join in, but at the same time, it's like you think maybe you're just better on the side. But what I see here as I pull the cards and as I'm feeling this, the energy of this, is that for some of you, it really it feels to me like getting into the river would be too much chaos, and that it's easier for you to create a certain restriction in your life so that you don't have to actually jump into it. But the thing is, I almost think you're not really, some of you are not even really aware of the fact that you're doing that. It feels to me like there are situations from the past that have hurt you, that you have forgiven in the first definition, I would say, which is, well, okay, that's all right. But you haven't forgiven it in the really conscious way, which is life happens, we hurt each other, we get hurt, it's part of how we grow, and there's no blame and there's no recrimination. Now the thing is, it doesn't have to mean that you're actively blaming someone. As long as you're still looking at it as a hurt, as a wound that you've just said, well, that's okay, then that still carries a certain guarded quality around things of that frequency. So if it was a business deal, that's one thing. If it's a love relationship, that's another thing. If it's a friendship and there's a betrayal, that's another thing. There's all sorts of different possibilities. So what you're being asked to do, Gemini, is to stay calm, but take a look around you, behind you. What maybe is making you feel as though jumping into the river again would be not a good thing? Allow it to come to your trying versus doing. What is holding you back from that? The thing is, once you take steps towards something, you're no longer trying, you are doing it. So what you're being asked to do here is to look at this and say, what would you really like? If you were to really stand back and look at your life, what would you like, and what thoughts are stopping you? Or as you think about, you anticipate moving towards something that you could imagine, and you take your life now as though none of the past had ever happened. What might it look like? And if you imagine moving towards that, what would be the feeling or the memory that would come up that would make that seem in contradiction to moving forward and to having this newer, bigger life? You are being asked to risk success, to take a chance on looking at the fact that once you engage in life and really move towards what you desire, take a chance on trusting that movement, that there is another possibility, that there is a higher energy, a higher you that's guiding you towards things you may not even know you want. It's about engaging in life, right? And not backing away from the past. And some of these things might be very conscious for some of you people. You might have had that one romance or that one betrayal that you know is stopping you. And for some of you, I think you haven't yet become aware of it. The calm focus, no rushing, no forcing. And for Gemini, That's the thing. You can keep yourself from looking really deeply at things sometimes because you can keep yourself so busy and because your energy is very much like that. And it can be very sociable and like to be involved in groups and be engaged with people. It can feel like it's a really rich, deep life when sometimes it's just that level of activity that's keeping you from looking more deeply. Sometimes you need to take deliberate time out, get calm, look at things. And remember, when you are in a state where you are feeling frantic, feeling upset, lean into the idea of smooth, easy, slow. Bring that energy into you. Bring in the idea of grace, which is something that is offered. You just have to receive it. If you can't manufacture it in your mind, come into that, to tune in to that feeling of divine presence that just wants to hold you while you allow yourself to sink into the deeper reality of who you are, the deeper connection of your higher conscious mind, which can override anything that's holding you back. Okay? My lovely Geminis, there you go. See life in a new way. Look at what you want. Look at what you like. And then say goodbye to the things that stop you. Okay? Take care.